As a quick reminder before this episode, here's what happened last season. We resurrected our long-running MiNameIsJake team, called Wangernumb F1 Team, or Wangernumb F1 because of the character limit, named after a fictional game show in the sketch show That Michelin Web Look. We chose a snail with a Renault badge for our engine supplier and then went to look for drivers, picking up Jak Crawford because his name is almost Jake and I'm still salty that I can't play as myself in my team anymore, and Richard Verschoor, as he was supposedly the best of the rest of the drivers I could pick from, but spoiler alert, he was bottom of the table with 0 points at the end of the season and I couldn't eat him out the car fast enough. We finished the season as best of the rest with P5 in the Constructors, with my embodiment of Jak for every race by the conclusion in Abu Dhabi netting him 4 wins, 1 pole position, 165 points and 7th place in the championship, and also making him the best rookie out of the 8 in this championship. At the top of the table, Red Bull sealed the Constructors' Championship with a race to go and it went down to the wire for the drivers in Abu Dhabi. Lando was leading Verstappen by 1 point after Qatar, and after qualifying it looked like a done deal for Verstappen. He looked great in the race until his engine committed seppuku and every Lewis Hamilton fan ever creamed their pants at the retribution for 2021, Lando Norris getting his first World Championship. For Season 2, we tied Verschoor to the terrible Renault lump and trebucheted him back over the channel and welcome aboard Mercedes as our new engine supplier. The fake law behind this being that if it was 2026, we would probably follow in Alpine's footsteps, moving over to the Germans. Verschoor's terrible showing, even when I inhabited his brain for the last race in Abu Dhabi, meant we needed someone new in the second car. And when Esteban Ocon turned up looking to join us, he was kind of the best option we had. Sad state of affairs, really, but we signed him anyway. Haas decided to pick up the F2 Spaniard Josep Marti, or PePe to his friends, as the Frenchman's replacement. Further up the field, and with Hamilton finally heading into retirement, Ferrari's Verschoor, which I could not pronounce to save my life, decided to give McLaren's Zach Brown an aneurysm by poaching both Norris and Piastri from the Woking squad. Clearly they were both fed up to the back teeth of papaya rules and decided to have their mind Hiroshimaed by Ferrari strategists instead. Once they got Zach out of his coma and off the ventilator, he was clearly still quite unwell, as in an act of revenge he decided to take Ferrari's drivers instead, but from 2024. Charles Leclerc later were getting away from the mental asylum of Maranello and Carlos Sainz, who's clearly as committed to Williams as Christian Horner is to his wife. James Vowles decided to go back to what he knows best, picking up fellow Red Bull reject Pierre Gasly to accompany Alex Albon for the Woking squad in Season 2. With a gap at Alpine, you would imagine the greasy-haired cheating perv that is Flavio Briatore would be licking his lips, getting Franco in the car alongside Doohan. See who's best after 5 races, and then once it's proven they are both utterly rubbish, do an eeny miny mo and decide which one goes out to pasture. But this is Briatore, so he decided to make a deal with someone who's clearly hated so much by his parents he was called a helmet from birth. And Alpine have ended up with Isaac Hadjar, and the Racing Bulls have the Argentinian, but yeah, this confuses me too. As for Red Bull, Mercedes, Kick, and unfortunately Aston Martin, they have all decided to keep their driver lineup. And with that, let's get into today's event.
Hello and welcome to the Circuit de Catalunya here in Barcelona. It's a circuit very well known to the teams and drivers, but still remains a very important practice session on the way next.
Hello everybody and welcome back to F1 25. It is of course the Circuit de Catalunya in Spain. And I'm eating this.
I've had a chat with the R&D team about the new parts and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck you'll be able to feel the improvements, so go and give them a try.
I am playing this after eating some dodgy foods. If there's a few breaks, there'll be a reason. Also, I'm recording this on a Wednesday night because once again my weekends are taken up with stuff. So I'm desperately trying to get back to normal. I don't know whether this is going to be another weekend of one video, if I can, because I've got tomorrow night as well, whether I can film another one. I'm not really sure, but presuming I don't start vomiting, we shall carry on with this the best as we can. Also, this controller feels a little bit gooey. Let's give that a quick clean. So, yes, lots of sort of family stuff, because I'm recording this on the 29th of October, yes, we're doing stuff for Halloween on the Friday, so I will be away from home for those, for Friday, in order to set up for the party in that evening, and then there's not much point coming here for the Saturday and the Sunday. So, yes, also, I have really painful teeth. So I'm kind of in a bad way. I was up super early this morning recording a Minecraft video where we go to the end. So when that video comes out, that's recorded on the same day. I've just been to work for many, many hours in the middle. So let's get going now the controller's clean. Not expecting much from here due to tyre wear. Kind of expecting a disaster. It is also 80-odd% chance of rain at the end of the race. So medium hard is probably going to be our race strategy. And hope that we can spend as little time as possible on the mediums. We could even really gamble on a medium if the medium tyre seems sensible. In the hope that we can get onto the intermediate before the end of the race, but that is a bit of a gamble. Struggling slightly on the hards. This circuit is a candidate for being removed next season, if we want to add one of the ones we've moved back in, or add in the third reverse race, depending on how the reverse races go. That'll do for those tyres. Everything feels alright. We'll head into race strategy. So just to show you, if I can see on here. Yeah, for the last few laps of the race, there is meant to be some rain. But we'll head on the mediums. There's only light rain, from what I could see. started to rain? Oh no, it was just a weird thing going on with the fences, I think. Looked like rain. Let's just try that bit again, shall we? Just from the gravel onwards. Just all wrong through that corner, all completely wrong. A bit wide on that one, on the entrance.
Okay, test
There we are.
complete, and that was a really good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that. Well done.
Slightly worried about tyre life there. Not a very good start to a tyre wear run, but never mind.
programme complete and a job well done. We got some excellent
At least that shows it with a bit of letting off.
data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can take you through the numbers.
With a little bit letting off, we can save the tyres a bit. But let's try some fuel management. That was weird. Tell you what, we'll leave it at that. I think I don't think we're getting any better than that, to be honest. Tell you what, let's, for fun, stick a soft on. try and do a qualifying lap. Pardon me. Not bad, not bad. Obviously, if there was an actual qualifying practice, I would have been 37th on grid. Half a second off nearly by the end.
And if today's practice is anything to go by, we're in for an exceptional weekend of Formula...
Not for our team, we're not. With Ocon down 1.9 seconds behind us. Quick practice. I do apologise, but due to impending illness that I can feel coming, I'm going to turn the fan on. Alexa, turn on the fan. So I apologise if you can hear that background noise. Or if I just turn off your Alexas. Let's head straight into the pain of qualifying. Oh, pardon-moi.
It's a Catalonian qualifying for you today. Welcome along to Spain, to Barcelona, and wherever you are in the world, do you feel the need for speed?
There we go for Q1. Really bad. What's going on? Oh my god. Not a great first lap. That's going to fire down the order very quickly. There we go.
Right, that's us down into P16 now.
Only being just above the kicks is not where we need to be. Ninth. Ugh. Well, Ocon got through into Q2 at least. Really just is the usual suspects. Behrman's a bit of a surprise. Especially considering the work he just did in Mexico. These are the used ones, aren't they? Yes, they are good. That's a good way to start a lap with dirt on your tyre, but I don't mind. Oh dear. I am not very well. All I can say is thank God that's just our first lap, because that was awful. I just want this to be over. I feel awful. Awful beyond all belief. But never mind.
Right, that's us pushed down into P15.
Slightly wide again. Wish I didn't have to go back. 4 miles and it's number 1 to do. Oh, 12th even for all that. Can't match the Monaco magic. Sorry, both out in Q2. Just about out qualified by our teammate. So there we are, the rain in the last, what's that? 7th of the race, last 2/7 of the race. It's a weird thing to split into. So what does that make it? About lap 28 it'll kick in maybe? Sometime today.
Welcome along, everyone, to sunny Spain, specifically to the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. So many great moments in Formula One history have been written at this very track over the years, including Michael Schumacher's first win for Ferrari back in '96. That win was in the rain. We might have better weather here today, but we're just as overjoyed to be at the Spanish Grand Prix. It's an updated track at Catalunya, and the popular opinion in the paddock is that we never wanted the chicane in the first place. That's now been gone. The final corner is much faster.
That's now been gone.
2.9 miles and 14 turns.
Don't know what that means.
We await the Spanish Grand Prix. It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race.
Ploves Vulture.
What a qualifying yesterday for George Russell. He'll start today's race from pole position. And Andrea Kimi Antonelli completes the front row. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Leclerc, Lando Norris and Sainz, Albon, Gasly, Tsunoda and Esteban Ocon, Crawford, Hadjar, Oscar Piastri and Stroll, Hulkenberg, Bortoletto, Franco Colapinto and Jack Doohan, Fernando Alonso, Lawson, PePe Marti and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me for the first time this season here in the commentary box, MiNameIsJake. Hello, Gnomes. Now, Ant, you always tell me you know Barcelona almost as well as you know the back of your hand. Given the amount of testing that goes on here and the amount of laps that you and all the other drivers have done, what are the challenges that are left when it comes to the race?
Well, this certainly is a favorite track when it comes to testing. And I'll tell you why that is. It's because it offers up so much variation. You've got corners that are fast, that are slow, that are long, that are short. So there's a lot to think about and a lot to work with. But T9 is one of my personal favorites because it is so challenging. Every time you get there, you think, should I lift or should I stay flat? Well, I tell you, stay flat. Commit.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Ooh. That looks like a punchy disaster. I'm going to stick to the one stop. Start the race. I do apologise. You're going to be like
radar is clear, weather is looking good for now.
Sergeant after Singapore, I think, by the end of this race. Did I hit him? I don't think so, that's alright then.
Superb parking there, mate. Let's make sure we get the edge on the surrounding drivers as the lights go out.
I seem to lose a load of power. Like, as soon as I get out of the slipstream or Sonoda, I'm just sort of dead and buried, really. I'm going to turn around by my teammate as well, doesn't help. I'm really struggling here.
Okay, DRS is now available.
I've lost so much pace. The DRS really shows just how draggy this car is, because with DRS, that Ferrari was not overtaking us. But without DRS, we are really struggling. Didn't even necessarily mean to do that. But why have I suddenly lost the tail? This is what I don't get. And now Sonoda's nearly a second ahead of me. I don't get this car sometimes.
No need to worry.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. Dead. Nothing. Lose the place, lose loads of time. Okay, that made a lot of sense to be honest with you. Loads of grass and way too deep, but you know what I mean.
The gap to the car in front is less than 1 second now. Well done. Let's try and get past in the DRS zone.
I wish. Well, actually. I feel rough as anything. Fuck, let me try that again. Got to take any fuel out of the car as well, which doesn't help. But why? I don't get it. That's my fault. That to me is like, it's physics working the wrong way to me. I don't understand how that happens. If anything, it should be my front right wheel losing grip, not my rear left, but never mind. I don't know, maybe some physicists can explain that to me. No DRS. Full race update.
P10, you're currently in P10. Okay, that's Sonoda just ahead. Come on, push hard. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 1.9 seconds. They're on old mediums. Piastri's behind. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Okay, so gap to the leader, 21.0 seconds. Your pit window opens in 8 laps time. And 26 laps to go now.
We'll never not make it another 8 laps. I'm losing Sonoda now.
Okay, mate. Tyres are degrading fast. We can change strategy if you want. Check your MFD for details. Copy that.
I've just got no help. Jesus Christ.
Keep on him, he might make a mistake. Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
One thing I can do, try and do something merely competitive. Oh, I broke Alonso's wing.
Right, let's go, come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, one stop to go, just one stop left in this strategy.
Pit stop information.
Pit window opens in 12 laps time, 12 laps.
What does it say we want to go on to next? Another set of mediums would be great if possible.
Okay, this isn't your true position. They haven't pitted yet, so don't waste time fighting. Bring your tyres in gently, and let's go.
I'm just trying to finish this race now.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.3 seconds. Remember to play around with ERS modes in your MFD if you need to. Nice move, good job. Right, a gap to the teammate ahead of us, 19.4 seconds. And gap to the car in front, 5.4 seconds.
Teammate.
I didn't catch that, mate. Just say it again.
Teammate status.
Gap to your teammate ahead, 19.0 seconds. They're on
time
old
to him.
mediums. They're in 11th. Time last lap, 1:17.6.
Just kind of thing I can do without doing. Yeah, like they say a lot, understeer leads to oversteer, and that's basically what I get around a lot of these corners.
Okay, gap ahead, 1.8 seconds. Okay. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time. Rain in 10 minutes. Okay, gap to the car in front, 6.3 seconds.
Alonso just tried to do the same thing again and possibly got his car damaged in the same way.
Okay, Hadjar's in the pits. Esteban's in for his stop now.
This one might have undercut quite a few.
No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving.
In the bin.
Well, what happened? Let me know you're okay. Here's some information on
Russell's
Russell
out.
for you.
Oh, Tsunoda nearly
looks like
went.
The problem's terminal. They're retiring the car. we're approaching the pit window and you're going to be on mediums. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 9.8 seconds.
Safe to say I'm going to be extending the stint if I can.
Yellow flag.
I've got to fight now until it starts raining. Snowden also struggling to put the power down on these tyres by the looks of it.
Okay, you're in the top 10.
Really, that was exceeding track limits. Have you seen what I've done previously? Have you seen my past work? Come on, start raining. Go on. Weather report.
Copy.
No, weather report.
So we're expecting rain in about 10 to 15 minutes.
No, that's not good.
Okay, dry seem like the best tyre for now. Push now, we're boxing this lap.
We're not. What if I can avoid it? Oh, there's a spin. Could it be a yellow, a safety car? Probably not. It's a shame. I'd have definitely dived under a safety car for a set of softs.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
Nope. Staying out as long as I can.
Okay, the car behind's catching you at a rate of about 2 seconds a lap. Be aware.
Jesus. These are softs.
Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.8 seconds. Radar suggests some weather's going to hit in around 5 minutes' time, so stay on your toes.
Needs to be quicker. need the rain to come down. I need it to be torrential.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.5 seconds.
It's all just about securing a point now. We're staying out as long as we can. Less than 10 laps to go.
Gap to your teammate behind, 12.2 seconds.
Definitely going to be a new set of softs for now. Verstappen is in the pit, top of those softs.
Verstappen's in the pits.
Want another set of softs, I believe, so he's probably going to come racing past us. Come on, Stroll, if you could be the Canadian Ministry of Defence.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed.
Not happening if I can avoid it. Come on, rain! Come on, the rain.
Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 7.7 seconds.
Weather report.
We don't think it's going to stay dry for much longer. The rain could come at any moment, so watch out.
Getting.
Tyres definitely seem like the fastest tyre at the moment.
Actually looks like Verstappen is sort of bringing Stroll along with him now, which is not great.
Okay, the car behind has newer tyres than you. Maintain the gap if possible.
Shit, I'm locked off road.
You're losing 2 seconds a lap to the car behind. 2 seconds.
Because that he isn't bringing Stroll with him. I just want a point.
Got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button. We're seeing dangerously high levels of wear now. Please look after them or consider boxing for a fresh set. Dangerously high levels of tyre wear now. Consider boxing or just nurse them home until the end.
I just see a splash. Is it raining? It's raining! One more lap and I'll go on the intermediates, I don't care. I needed to fucking hound it down, ladies and gents.
Okay, be aware we expect severe loss of grip from the tyres very soon. Confirmed.
Weather report.
We'll be seeing at least 20 minutes of light rain. Okay, dries seem like the best tyre for now.
In case it's a monumental cock-up, but we can only try. Well, there goes our points and our teammate.
Okay, let's go now. Come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go.
We're feeling the temperature already.
So this rain could be with us for a while. Light rain conditions for the foreseeable future. Green flag.
Oh, there's somebody breaking down and having an accident. So it's all this to do when the safety car comes out. Nico Hulkenberg's out of the session.
Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 2.9 seconds. Caution, caution.
What a Ellie. Don't just sit there, get around me!
Okay, blue flag conditions, create a gap and let the car behind through.
If this is a penultimate lap then.
We're starting to catch the car in front, but we need to look after the tyres. We won't be making another pit stop.
Well, this is our final lap. So we tried our best, the rain just did not come fast enough for us. Well, the gamble did not work, ladies and gentlemen. But we tried.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
15th. A nice, quick weekend, really, for when I'm not feeling great.
This has been absolutely magnificent. Victory today for Andrea Kimi Antonelli.
What a true show of character to fight through the grid the way they did, to not get beat down by starting so far down, and to come back and win it all. Just goes to show how strong this driver is.
Double podium for the McLarens.
Hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. A young man with a big future, today's a winner. Well done, Kimi Antonelli.
It's a bit of a chimpy face.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
Wow, it was very 2x2x2. Except for the Mercedes, obviously, that Kaputenspiel. But we'll watch the highlights. Yeah, corners like that are never going to be our friend. Just changing direction, one after another, when it's long. Like the S's at Texas is alright, but the Red Bulls fell so far down the order, although so did we, or so did I, at the very least. Just those that can't look after their tyres just plummeted. Plummeted! Oh, what a view! What's happening? Whoa, that was... It's weird because there's cars that we are definitely 100% faster than. Like the cash up and the kick. The cash up and the kick. Broke it again. I knew doing exactly the same thing. I was going to do exactly the same thing again. Let's advance. Oh, we have a Team Rav. Have you had one of those before? With Williams. I like it. I like it. Fan bonus lost. Oh, shit. Not impressed when we don't score points. From first to, what, 15th? I think we were. Our second worst result after China.
Hey, Chief. We've got multiple parts out of research. Don't forget to develop them. We've got performance sitting on the table that we could be getting into the car.
Messages. Is that meant to be James Vowles? Doesn't really look like James Vowles. Doesn't look like Anissa Amin either. Let's be honest, performance. Okay, let's do... Right, so research-wise, what have I got? Kind of not too bothered about durability. I'm kind of looking more at chassis and aerodynamics. Drag reduction. I've got any drag reduction. DRS. Front downforce, rear downforce. Rear downforce. Kind of important at the moment. Yeah, you see, our performance isn't above Williams yet. It's all good. Okay, so I guess we can advance. Canada next. Another one that could possibly be painful or be quite good, I'm not 100% sure.
Hey, Chief, we've finished developing a part and it's now
Oh.
ready for fitting. Make sure to stop by the assembly upgrades when you get a chance.
Okay. Albano, hello. To replace Esteban. Vehicle performance ranking of 4th. 320 engineering. I wish you could see where you currently were. Like, if we were fan rating 4, performance... Oh, engineering workforce, no idea. Vehicle ranking, nowhere near. Achieve 7 top 10 race finishes. Oh, we could do that. A penalty of 1.6. Okay, that's decent enough. I really wish we could get rid of George Russell. Alright, he doesn't want to sign. That's fine. Let me look at someone else, please. Because Albon... Alonso is a lot less. Like, I'd love to speak to Alonso as well. They'd be my two that I'd look at in replacement of Ocon. Ocon needs to just get points every time. In every race that he's finished, bar one, he has, but it's been 10th, 9th, or 10th. You know, he's had 2 DNFs, and 2 no points. So far, more nil point point results than not. In fact, actually, it's going to be another nil point, because I believe he was in 12th at the end of that race. I haven't put that information in, obviously, yet. Let's head back into engineering. So we are at the level of Aston now. We're ready for the second Jules Villeneuve. I'm kind of happy with where we are. How are we doing with the cost cap and shit? That's it here, isn't it? Oh, we've done something. Loads of stuff. Oh! Phase 3 unlocked. We're all very excited. Most angriest red coffee cup you've ever seen. So let's look at facility improvements. We'll do that. Right, what I want to do is finances. Finance history. Oh wow, we're actually flying towards the cost cap. Which compared to last year we never got near. this year. We're actually flying towards it. But our finances have looked slightly bleak. Okay. So I believe that's it. So let's go to the results so we can fill out the spreadsheet. So let's put our details in. So season results. Max Verstappen was 8th with Yuki Tsunoda in 9th. 3rd for Leclerc. No, sorry, 2nd for Leclerc. And 3rd for Sainz. Lando Norris was 4th. With Piastri in 5th. Oh, I forgot it was the 2x2x2 race. Kimi Antonelli won. Me, Jak Crawford, 15th with Ocon in 12th. For Williams, Albon was 6th with Gasly in 7th. Fernando Alonso was 11th with Stroll in 10th, getting those last points. Isaac Hadjar in 18th with Doohan in 14th. Well done to him. Ollie Behrman in 17th with PePe in 19th. Colapinto in 20th and Lawson in 16th. Gabriel Bortoletto in 13th and Hulkenberg in 21st. I have a feeling he technically DNF, but we'll leave that alone. We'll scroll. Current driver standings. Max Verstappen has dropped to 5th. Really? Oh, I guess it is that close up near the top. Wow, that is one of the biggest drops I've ever seen. Okay. Yuki Tsunoda remained 7th. Charles Leclerc has gone from 4th to 2nd. Carlos Sainz has gone from 12th to 10th. Norris remains 6th. Piastri remains 3rd. Russell remains in lead of the championship. Kimi Antonelli gains a spot to 4th. I remain in 8th. Ocon remains in 13th. Albon remains in 9th with Gasly dropping down to 11th. Fernando Alonso drops down to 12th and Lance Stroll remains in 14th. Hadjar in 16th. Doohan has dropped a place to 20th. Oliver Behrman drops a place to 19th. PePe remains 21st. Liam Lawson remains 17th. Colapinto remains 15th. Bortoletto has gained some places to 18th. And Nico Hulkenberg remains last. And last but not least, the teams. Red Bull have dropped to 3rd in the championship. McLaren remain 4th. Ferrari are now 2nd with Mercedes in the lead. Wangernumb F1 have dropped back down again to 6th. Williams going back up to 5th, of course. Aston Martin remains 7th, Alpine 9th, Haas have dropped all the way down to 11th now, with Visa Cash App RB in 8th still, and Kick gaining a place to 10th. So quite a few changes around on the board, but it does help that, you know, the top, 5, or, well, 2nd to 5th are split by 6 points. Means that sort of little cluster there is going to be quite interesting. And if George Russell keeps having engine failures, he's going to move down the board quite quickly. Because Kimi has had 2. You know, if we look at this, so Kimi has had 2. Williams have only had 1. We've had 2. Aston Martin have had 3, but they're all Lance Stroll, so it could have been in the wall. And yeah, actually that's it for the Mercedes units. Oh, McLaren haven't had any, which is good for them. But yeah, season results. There we are. Trophies. 2 bits of proper silverware. the USA and Monaco. The rest of the time we've been a bit poo. This, you know, if you look at that compared to there, so we were second in Monaco last year. So Spain we were 10th, we were 12th, so we've got worse. In Italy we were 1 place better. In Saudi Arabia we were a bit better. Japan we were a load better. China we were a load worse, but that was always really going to happen. That was really a luck race. And Melbourne, so we've kind of been better. I mean, where we're going to next? We've done Spain, we're Canada next, where we were on the podium in 3rd. Top 5 is where I'd like to be for that, but whether we'll be there, Christ only knows. I'm going to go and die now because that's just how I feel. But thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.